Hi, Jean-Claude. How are you today?
Hi, Rob. Fine. Thank you very much for having me here.
And thanks very much for coming along and having a bit of an interview with me and having a bit of a chat. It's not going to take too long. We'll probably just have a few different things about our businesses or about your business that you want to open up and let everybody know about. And I'm just recording this so I can put it in my Facebook a little bit later. And yeah, I just wanted to see. What a bit about your background and what you do and where you come from before you joined us with affiliate marketing.
Oh, that's, I would say it has been quite a, a decision for me. I'm coming, actually, I decided at the age of 26 to leave the 9 to 5 job rat race, or how you call it. And I made all my career in scuba diving, and I left for the islands. I left from the Maldives and enjoyed let's say, the life of scuba diving instructor. And then I made my career in that field. I even was for a long period of time a CEO of the organization in Europe, and yeah, that has been always my point. I have been always inclined of learning as much as possible in terms of marketing to help training centers and diving professionals to get more customers. And I'm an avid traveler, so I love traveling and meeting new people, shaking hands and having the opportunity to meet new cultures. So that has always been one of my focus. Fortunately, my lifestyle has allowed me to do that and to have this kind of freedom. Uh, 2 years ago, I thought okay, it's a bit too much, a lot of travel. I was traveling actually 60% of my time, and even though it's nice and it's good, sometimes you don't have the time to enjoy the place you are visiting. I remember I was in Bali, and I know it is very close to what you like as well. And I could not even enjoy the place because I went for meetings and in and out, and basically did not even enjoy the underwater world, and so I decided 2 years ago that's enough. I'm getting older. I probably will not be able to do that until, I don't know, I turn 80 or whatever, and I like to work. So so I decided, let's check what is on the market that I could do which would fulfill me. And that's that moment that I started to realize that there is this online marketing direction, and I'm not the tech savvy guy, but I realized that there is a lot to learn there, and obviously also money to be made in that field. So that's when I started really to work towards this affiliate marketing and high ticket affiliate marketing journey.
So you've come into the high ticket affiliate marketing. So how did you find where to start and how did you start actually the journey coming into being an affiliate market, coming from a from something completely different, like your career, and yeah, probably picking up the computer and saying, well, I'm going to follow, and become an affiliate marketer. How did you progress into that?
Well, of course, the first move is probably the same that many people will do. You maybe click on one ad that you may see, earn money online, and then you start to receive so many messages and see that things are going into this direction. And then you enroll in the first program that you think that will show you how to make money. And usually they all promise you to make money fast. So I did a few mistakes, of course, and enrolled first in a German speaking program. Then I switched to the English versions, and I realized uh, that was interesting me, but I was not getting any results. I realized that's I was just spending money, learning a lot. I would not say that I did not learn. I learned every bit, and there I learned a lot, but I was not reaching what I wanted to reach. So that's where I was stuck for a long time.
With your when you first started, did you start with high ticket products or did you start with low ticket products? I just want to get a feel for kind of where you were.
Well, I have started with two things, I would say, which could be a combination. It was low ticket as an entry part, but then you could scale it up, and it was more a done for you system. So I realized that that it was absolutely not working. So and when you had someone joining on the lowest ticket possible, you know, talking about $7, it was hard work. And if you would just replicate that in terms of the time, the hustle, the discussion, and the negotiation you had to do for $7, I thought, okay, this is not worth it. So a low ticket, I immediately distanced myself because I realized that's not the right public. If people want to invest $7 and think they will be rich overnight, then it's impossible. Otherwise, everybody would do it, right?
So what you're saying is you didn't get rich overnight. I thought these affiliate schemes were all you know, done for you. You just come in and become a millionaire.
Yes, that would be nice. I can go to the next, I can walk 200 meters and see the first Ferrari or Maserati in the garage and make a nice picture and say, this is my first earning after 1 month of being an affiliate marketer. And that will look fantastic, right? It's so easy to do. The reality is completely different. First of all, done for you system do not work. And secondly, it's like in anything in life. If you want to build a business, if you want to learn something, you need to have these foundations. You need to learn the basics. And without the basics, you just don't understand the business. And that's what I realized very, very fast. You know, in Switzerland, we have a different system. For example, you can be doing an apprenticeship. So you may go for 3 years learning to become, I don't know, like an accountant, for example, and you will go to school and you will work. So we'll implement immediately what you learn at school and at work. And I realized this is what I need to have. I need to have the same kind of foundations because I did not understand what was the essence of that business. Posting randomly on Facebook or even trying with some paid ads or solo ads, getting a lot of emails out did not bring consistent revenue. Absolutely not. It brought more frustration than revenue.
And it's probably even worse because you're one of many that has just started that program, and everybody else is doing exactly the same as you with exactly the same done for you funnel and posting, and the only person making any money is the coach or the mentor. And the way I see it is there's so many of these programs out there, like they're everywhere. They're over the internet, just crazy. And we all fall for them, you know. Well, I did. I bought a couple of programs, and you know, I even paid a little bit more for a couple more. But and I'm not putting them down too much. I did learn something off each one, but at the end of the day, there is no such thing as you cannot make a living on low ticket items unless you've really got a lot of you're getting a lot of people buying in. And I just don't think it's available like that.
Yeah, you're right. And you know, I think it's also maybe a positioning of yourself. If you want to make money on low ticket or done for you system, you have to invest also a lot of money. It becomes a numbers game. And my vision should be reflecting to who I am. And I'm a person who likes to have contacts and likes to shake hands, even though now it's sometimes difficult. But you want to be more personal, having more relationship with the people you are working with. So if I have a person joining a high ticket program, it doesn't mean that I have nothing to do anymore with that person the moment she joins the program. I want to be there for any question. I want to be there for helping on anything, because the program may not be covering every single detail. But if I can give an advice, it could be on a Facebook cover, for example. You know, I don't know, when you have a picture and behind your picture you see a text that you cannot read, I will give that advice. You know, it's not always about just signing somebody up and then leaving. No, I want to be able to work with that person. I have even had the chance to meet people in real life that I've met virtually before. So, you know, so I want to be able to meet these people without having to be ashamed that I sold something.
So would you say, how many programs would have you went through before you found somebody that could actually teach you something that you could relate to and start making a little bit of money on?
Oh, well, I mean, if I wouldn't have known what I know today, first of all, it would not have taken me 1.5 years to have the first really successes. It took me 1.5 years really to understand either I leave this field or I find a real solution. And I learned more in the first 3 months I was working with a coach. I would say I learned after one talk, after one interview, we had already determined what was my problem. I realized what I was doing wrong. And then, you know, starting to work with a coach was a game changer. And if I may recommend that to anybody who's thinking entering this business industry, then just go for having to work with a coach, and a real one, the person that is there all the time for you. Because I was working in different programs. I tried different programs. I invested a lot. I learned a few things, of course, that I will not deny, but I can be a pushy person. So if I have a question and I'm stuck, I like to have an answer to move on. And if I don't get that answer after a few times, I get frustrated. I may even say, okay, it's not for me. Let's leave it. So that was the experience I had before. I had even one of the mentor that I thought that was a good one. We had some talks one-on-one, and all of a sudden the guy disappeared, shut down the program. You know, this lifetime access is not available anymore because he shut it down. He basically took 200 people and then disappeared. And you have a lot of people like that.
Yeah, I think there's way too many, and that's what gives this business a bad name. But it sounds like that, you know, that was a bad experience. So what makes you feel so much better now? What do you, where did you get your aha moment from? And, you know, was there a moment where it just kind of clicked and then all of a sudden you found where you should be, you know, like you feel at home?
First of all, I'm a very loyal person. So meaning that if I go for one thing, I will be very loyal. I will respect that. I will make sure that the people I work with, you know, I will not try to go behind, etc. But for me, the very first moment, I had decided to basically get out of this industry. And then I was invited to go into a challenge. And I say, oh, you know what, a challenge, another one. They will sell me something at the end. And I went to this challenge. And 2 days after the challenge, I had a personal conversation with the head coach. Her name is Tamara. I had this conversation with her, and she asked me, you know, fully normal questions. And I realized by giving the answer that she basically brought me so far that I raised hands and said, Tamara, how can I work with you? And that was this first moment. I realized that everything I had done for 1.5 years even though I learned a few things, obviously, but I lost so much time. I had nobody really talking to me like she was talking to me. So that was this really first aha moment. The second aha moment, I joined that program. So obviously I finished the challenge, which was absolutely wonderful. But then as soon as the challenge was finished, we had another talk. Basically, we determined the goals, the vision, the steps to be done. And I had to commit to work and not to say I will join and not be there. So that was the second thing. But then you have 6 times a week, you are meeting together. You have not only her, she has a partner, copywriter, and we have a team behind that. So I wrote my post and I submitted that because you can do that. I submitted that to the copywriter, and he was very nice to me. But basically, he told me that my post was crap. But he's a gentleman, so he didn't say it like that. And from that moment, I started to change the style on how to write my post. And I realized that this made a huge change. So that was the second real aha moment to have immediately after just that was the first meeting in that coaching program. And I already had my feedback on the post and how I could, improve. And from that moment, I improved every step.
So you've got a couple of aha moments there, which are very relative to the program, and I know where you're coming from when you talk about the challenge, and it wasn't the money for the challenge; it was not another one kind of thing. That's how I was kind of looking at it. But I remember that being in the challenge, and I couldn't wait for the phone call for the Saturday, like it was 5 days away, and I'm thinking, I'm 2 days into the challenge and I want the phone call now, because I was kind of ready to move. It wasn't that it was a big upsell. The challenge was a big upsell. It wasn't that. It was the organization of the information, the foundations. It was everything that was involved in it. Just, it related to everything I needed. And I could tell that, and it sounds like it was similar to you. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. And you just talked about the upsell. This is one thing I hate, when you buy something and then you get 10 other possibilities to buy something more with 20 bonuses and so on. No, for me, you have one price, and that's that moment that you say, okay, I want to be successful in that business. I want to invest in myself and learn the foundations, learn how to do this business. And you have one price, you go for it, and that's it. There is no additional fees for anything that you would need. No, the system is so simple that you just need your Facebook and Messenger, and that's it. If you don't need anything fancy, you just need your brain, your knowledge, and implement what you learn. And that convinced me immediately, and it took not long to have the first success, to be honest.
And so what would be the kind of one of the proudest moments that you got in this new program? Would it have been the first success, or what would you say?
Well, the first success is definitely one of these parts that on the financial side that says, okay, I have invested in a program and I already are able to cover my costs. So meaning the program is working. But that's not all. I think the foundations that I've been getting in this program, the biggest success is that I see myself evolving, becoming an authority in that, having people, having people asking me for recommendations, asking me for where to go, what to do, etc. And I mentioned that I'm also involved in the scuba diving business. I'm still in that because it's also my passion. I'm not going to leave that. but it helped me create a program for this pandemic time. And actually, I created a program for the organization, which is called SSI Digital University. And we have run, for people that are in a lockdown, we basically giving them opportunities to learn some skills on social media, what they should do, etc. We have run 350 webinars in the past 18 months. But I learned the majority of the skills that I'm teaching now in this program from the coach that I was mentioning before. So it's not only related to affiliate marketing. You learn skills that you can apply to different businesses. And I think this is super powerful, because this is a new way of doing marketing. And you can see in my group title, Organic Marketing Addict. I think I'm addicted to that. You don't need to spend money on ads and so on. You can really start with just your time. And this is important.
So what you're saying is these are life skills that you're learning. These are learned skills that you're going to have for life, and that you're putting into other avenues, not just affiliate marketing.
Absolutely. You can work with, actually, I've been talking to life coaches, business coaches, and I've done some business coaching here and there, but I realize now that what I have in my in my portfolio is completely different. I can support them to bring their business up while using social media and scaling that up. That's super powerful.
Cool. Can I ask you, what would be your key advice to somebody that wants to get into affiliate marketing, that may not have a clue where to start, may not really know too much, but what would be your advice to them? Whether they're complete new or just a bit lost.
I would do some research. Obviously, I could say this person can contact you or myself or together, and we can give some advices and explain what not to do. But definitely, my best advice here would be to say, go all in with a real coach, a person that will not promise you the moon, but will explain you a system that will show that you will learn every step, will be there on almost a daily basis, 24/7, I would say, because you get the answers to your questions. It's not based on watching hours and hours of videos. And I think the other very critical part is that this market, this business is constantly moving and changing. And if you are in a program that has not been evolving in the past 12 months, then it's the wrong program. You need to be working with a program of a coach that is always on the next step, on the next level, always, I would say, one step ahead, and showing you what is changing and helping you implementing that. I mean, if I would say what I learned at the beginning of the program was already different at the end of the program, because the market changed. And you need to adapt, and you need to adapt fast. That's, I would say you do not start to work with a coach just for a program. You have to see it also long term, because you will want to develop to the next level. So that's what I would recommend. Work with a coach immediately.
I think you just said something very, like working with a coach and doing a face-to-face, and having that ability to see them, to see them without having recordings, without having webinars, that everything is moving. So this business moves, the coach moves along with it and pushes us and brings us along with them. And I've noticed that since I've been in the program with you, and how much it's changed, and how how they're evolving as well and bringing us along with them. And I really, that's very profound what you just said about, you know, like something that's half of the ones that I started with were just all old content. Half of it's not even relevant now. And, you know, whereas if you've got a face-to-face coach and you're talking to them, yeah, 4, 5, 6 times a week, I think they're not going to be able to hide anything, that things have changed in the market and they're not changing, or you're not changing. We all know that everything changes. We've seen the market change since we started, and we see our mentors changing with it and bringing us along for the ride, which is a great thing. And like you said, you know, we're there. If anybody needs to find out a bit more information about what we've got, we're not out to sell them something. We're just out to give them help them, you know, have a bit of feedback. We can do a call with them. Won't be a sales call. It'll just be like a bit of a research call, help them out and find out what they're doing, and maybe point them, give them a bit of feedback and point them in the right direction. But as far as it goes, I believe that we're in a good spot to be able to do that. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there are some really essential points. I mean, we can watch a few videos, and if you watch the videos that are in the program, basically if you put the time on, you in 2 days you have watched all the videos, and you would say, okay, now I know it and I can work. You have this what you need to know there, but that's when the work starts. So I think the big difference is that our coaches are committed to our success. You and I are committed to the success of our clients as well, and we become a team. So that's when you start being, you know, you are held by the hand and you really move on. You talk about every change in the market. You talk about everything that you should read between the lines in a messenger conversation, how to behave when you have a conversation on a Zoom call or on a messenger call. So you learn so many things that you can improve, and you can even practice. So we practice in groups, we practice as a team. And you know, one thing that is also super important is you may have a good and a bad day, right? When you have a good day, everything is fine. And then you get up in the other morning and maybe, I don't know, you have a silly message, you take it very emotionally, and then you are depressed maybe for the day. I think that's what makes a big difference. You have a team that is even working closely to the coach, because then you may have someone saying, hey, come on, move on. And push it through, and you have this accountability not only to yourself but also to the group and to the coach. So you are pushed in a very good way, in a very sensitive way. So it's very motivational, and this I've not seen anywhere else.
And in saying that, you're right, spot on there, because that's even happened to me, where I've woken up and I've got a post where somebody's very arrogant to me and whatever, and I'm never arrogant in any post, and I've kind of taken it to heart, and I've said something at one of the meetings, and somebody said, well, I had him, he done it to me too, you know, and straight away I felt better. You know, I thought, oh, it wasn't just, I'm just not the target. Sounds like everybody is. But that was the team, and the team pulled me through that, like, with it instantly. And it's going to happen, you know, like, and you don't even know these people. You're not even face to face. So why should it affect you? But it does. You take things to heart. We're here, you know, we're learning life skills, and we don't need to be put down for what we're trying to learn and better ourselves and whatever. And we're human, so we do take it to heart. But usually everybody's pretty good, you know, and we get through it because of our mentors and our team members, and we're all friends, you know. So no, I think we've done pretty well, you know, in what we're doing.
Yes, and there is one more thing I learned. It's related to what we just said, or what you just said, is to detach from the no. So, my way of thinking was really to follow up with people that would have maybe not said yes and maybe doubting about anything, and you would keep them on your leads list forever, realizing they are not a good fit for the program you want them to be in. So I realized that, emotionless, if someone is ready to invest in her personal transformation, in her personal development, invest time, resource, financial resources as well, then we can really help this person. If a person is just there to to not take any decision, this person will never take a decision. He will just take up your time. And I learned how to detach emotionally from this situation. So now, if someone is not open-minded, even to have a conversation, then it will not be a good fit. That's it. Nothing to lose. There are millions of people on Facebook that you can talk to, and you have always someone that will be happy to move on in his personal career.
Yeah, I've got to admit the tire kickers are can really drain you, but at the end of the day, they're in every type of business that's out there. There's always somebody trying to look for something for free, get some information out of you. And, I'm willing to tell a few people anything, but, I'm not willing to take them through and teach them how to do something. If you want to do something and you want to better yourself, you want to learn some life skills, you've got to invest in yourself. And like we did, I invested, pretty heavily in myself, and I know it's paying off, and I want to keep this business going for a long time. And yeah, I feel like we're in the right spot at the right moment. So I think that's great. So I want to thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Well, it's nearly night time now. Well, it's getting late here in downtown Kangaroo Land. But no, I really appreciate you coming on, JC. Yeah, it's been really good talking to you, and I've got to thank you.
Yeah, likewise, Rob. First of all, always a pleasure. Usually it's you getting up in the middle of the night. Now, for me, it's the start of the day, and I would say I had a fantastic start of my day, because connecting with you, talking about our experience is just something that is nice to be sharing. And this is how it should be, to make also new friends. It's all about relationship at the end. And I really appreciate it, and I wish you a wonderful weekend.
No, you have a good day and have a good weekend as well. And it's Friday probably there, is it?
Saturday morning.
Oh, Saturday. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, it's the end of my Saturday, virtually. So you enjoy your weekend, and we will get to meet face to face one day, and I look forward to that day. But no, I appreciate everything, and we'll talk real soon.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Rob. Have a good one.
Thanks,
bye-bye.
JC. All the best. Bye.
Bye.